Whoa! We got the Nature Boy back in ECW, and it certainly wasn't as good as his first appearance. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Time to review some WWE ECW for the 19th of February 2008. And yeah, we don't have to tell you that it's WWE ECW. We don't have to tell you that it is 2008 ECW. All you have to do is watch, and you will realise very quickly that this product is absolutely shite. And we always try and, you know, not always try, but we always bash current wrestling. We say that the old stuff was better. I'm not saying that I don't prefer ECW 2008 to today's stuff, but I will admit that if it is better, it's certainly not by much.
Yeah, not by much. There's something missing. I think you watch this and it's like, is that all I'm getting? There just seems to be a lack of... I can't describe it. It feels... like, NXT feels like developmental, right? So technically this is the developmental of its day. But it just... I can't put my finger on it, but...
There's nothing happening.
The gap between ECW and Raw and SmackDown at this time is light years.
Yeah, and I know people bash ECW. I actually genuinely think the first year of this retort, I enjoyed it. You were getting ECW originals. You were getting WWE people. There were some good runs. You had people coming through. I mean, you can say what you want, but it was cool to actually see RVD back in ECW and being a world champion, albeit short-lived. It was cool seeing Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, the Sandman, actually performing in ECW on a bigger scale, being the WWE. Yeah, you had some guys that were put on to ECW, obviously Big Show's he's probably the most relevant one since he was champ, but I think that this gave Test a great run, because Test up until this point really wasn't doing much. I think ECW gave him a boost, certainly helped his career. You'd Hardcore Holly on ECW, and he wasn't really doing anything, so he got moved over. He was doing alright. You'd some young people coming through, the likes of CM Punk, Elijah Burke, Kevin Thorne. I mean, it was alright. Like, you were getting Extreme Rules matches, Kelly dancing, Extreme Expose. I mean, what's not to like? But you fast forward to 2008, and I mean, everything is just shit. CM Punk feels completely stale. The guys went, at this point, he's went backwards from his debut. It's a really tough watch. You got Ric Flair on the show, and honestly, he just doesn't feel like Ric Flair. Just feels like an old man.
Feels like Flair Rick.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like
bad.
This is Ric Flair's final couple of weeks of his WWE career.
Yeah, so basically he comes to ECW. Taz is interviewing him in the ring. Taz is saying, congratulations on being the first ever active wrestler to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Elijah Burke comes out. He then kind of says that Ric Flair was his idol, but you know, it's time to move on, because you're getting too old now. Benjamin came out as well, and they praise Flair, but they say your time is over, old man. Flair then said, you can add all the titles that you guys win together in your entire careers, and it will never match my 16 world titles. Whoa! They then both attack Flair. CM Punk makes the save. And that was it, really. So, yeah, Punk makes the save. I mean, Burke and Benjamin never get one world title between them, never mind 16.
Yeah. I mean, Flair says this, like, there's a real... See, at this point, even in 2008, there's not a fucking hope in hell for either man.
An ECW world title...
Well, yeah, Benjamin wins that, right?
Does he?
Yeah. Where the fuck have you been?
Benjamin wins the ECW world title?
Yeah.
Are you willing to bet money on that?
I fucking bet my life on it.
Are you willing to bet 20 quid?
Uh-huh.
I'll take that bet.
Sure, Christian beats him for the belt at TLC.
Why did I shake your hand down? You're telling me Shelton Benjamin was ECW world champ?
Yeah.
I want proof.
Well, hold on. Fucking look who else won.
Google that, and I'm going to...
43-year-old Dreamer was fucking winning it.
I'm going to go into the next segment.
Google it. It's fucking hard. I'll Google it then. But I know for a fact it happened.
I never thought Benjamin won the ECW world title.
Well, he did.
I've never... No one ever talks about, oh, there's Shelton Benjamin, a former ECW champion.
Because it was WWE ECW.
I disagree. People talk about Jack Swagger being an ECW champion and all that stuff. I don't think Benjamin ever won this belt.
He did.
Well,
why would I make it up?
I don't know, just to try and put some respect on the gold standard? I'm convinced he didn't. Like,
He did.
You got proof? I think you owe me 20 quid.
No, he did. He's 49, by the way.
I don't care. Wait, did he win 49 titles? Did his title reign last 49 days?
Oh, ain't no stopping me now, Shelton Benjamin. He
Ain't got 20 pounds, no. Anyway,
oh, there's less.
Back to my point. Elijah. So was I right in saying that none of these guys ever win a world title? Not even a TNA world title.
I was going to bet my life on that.
Well, he'd have been dead.
Hold on, I'm going to find it. Man.
He didn't win shit.
Move on to the next segment.
Right, move on to this segment. Wasn't very good. Up next, we got Kofi Kingston defeating Jason Riggs. I mean, it is what it is. Who cares? Then we get Estrada backstage with Burke and Benjamin. They announced that they want to face Punk and Flair tonight, so Estrada makes it official. We got an ad for the Legacy of Stone Cold DVD. Best-selling DVD in WWE history at this point. Hardly surprising. We got a WrestleMania 24 hype video to the tune of Rev Theory. Light it up, yeah. We then got The Miz with John Morrison taking on Colin Delaney with Tommy Dreamer. This match actually lasted less than the opening match. 2 minutes 25 versus 2 minutes 30. So yeah, we get The Miz defeating Colin Delaney. I believe Colin Delaney hit an offensive maneuver in this match, which is more than what we've seen over the past 3 months for Colin Delaney, last 2 months. So
I can't believe he didn't fucking win it, by the way.
Yeah, it's just £20, buddy. Anyway, so that happens. Then we get Stevie Richards taking on James Curtis. Beats him in 2 minutes 20. So far at this point, we have 3 matches. And they have a combined length of, wait for it guys, 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
That's not long, isn't it, no?
No.
That's very short.
For 3 matches.
It's longer than his title reign, though, but I mean...
So yeah, 3 matches lasting 7 minutes and 15 seconds. We then see Hornswoggle getting absolutely destroyed on Raw in the steel cage by JBL, and it kind of gets you thinking here, why are we watching this and we're not watching Raw?
Yep. I mean, it looked great.
I mean, at least that's the pause. At least if you were watching this in 2008, right? You can argue ECW sucks, but at least you know that Monday Night Raw is pretty good.
Aye, Friday's alright.
I think watching an hour ECW of this shite's worth it when you've got 2 good shows. 2 hours either side. The only problem for us is we're only watching ECW in 2008. So therefore we don't really... We just get like wee clips and wee hints and wee trailers of here's what you could be watching but you're not kind of deal, you know? It's kind of we then get a promo backstage. Kelly talks about Maria posing for Playboy. She says she wants to pose for Playboy. Does a little twirl around. She asks the commentators what they think, and Taz and Joey Styles don't reply. So I don't know, maybe they're gobsmacked, maybe their jaws are on the floor. Just felt like a weird promo here.
Maybe they just don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, I think that's more likely, actually, to be fair. I mean, well, we don't care, so why should they?
Well, they're getting paid a lot more money than us.
Well, that's very true. We then go into the main event. CM Punk and RIC FLAIR defeat Elijah Burke and Shelton Benjamin. Match lasted over 10 minutes. Honestly, Punk and Flair get the win. We see a little pose for them both, and then the show literally goes off the air with just nothing.
Just the flattest fucking ECW you'll ever see.
And this is a one and done. You know, this isn't continuing. Flair's not going to be... There's no... I mean, something could maybe happen on SmackDown, but there's nothing long-term going on here. This was simply just here, put Flair on ECW for whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe try and pop a rating, try and get a bit of interest. Have them team up with CM Punk, give them a throwaway win, and then we'll just forget it ever happened. CM Punk, does he care about his title? Chavo Guerrero, Chavito. He's running around with that ECW championship. CM Punk trying to get that back. No, he's too busy teaming up with the old man. Old Nate, little Nate.
When they were walking backstage, he was just quoting him. It was just fucking weird. Like, they were having a woo-off, but they were tag team partners. He was going, woo, woo.
See, just look at Punk and then look at Michaels, right? Michaels is a guy that's got respect, but he's basically saying, I'm going to put you down, old Yella. Then you got CM Punk, who's like in awe of being surrounded by Ric Flair. Yeah. And it kind of shows you the difference between CM Punk and Shawn Michaels. It's like Shawn Michaels is a legend in his own right, whereas CM Punk's a guy that's just fucking honoured to be in Ric Flair's company.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we can see who's the stars and who's not the stars.
Yeah.
Like, see,
Stars don't care.
yeah, like, Steve Austin's on the screen. He's not going to, oh, it's so honoured to be standing with you tonight, Ric Flair. Whoa, like, look at when Ric Flair and Austin, did come together in 2002. Like, Austin wasn't overwhelmed by being on the same bloody, TV screen as Ric Flair. So
No.
see when you see these people that are like bowing down, I think that does kind of show you that here, you obviously don't believe you're on this guy's level.
No, absolutely not. But see when you look at Punk at this stage, I could have done without watching this ECW, because for me, I would have fought back on Punk.
I thought it was a lot better.
Yep, and I think it's completely and utterly butchered it for me. Punk. I'm not saying his ECW run is detriment to his legacy, but it's definitely took away rather than added.
I tell you, I wonder how things would have played out for CM Punk had he won the Elimination Chamber. Do you think maybe... Well, Paul Heyman did say he's a CM Punk guy. Do you think CM Punk's been...
Well, he would have booked him better than this. I think it would be ludicrous to suggest otherwise, but...
but it's just... Take away the booking or whatever, it's bland. It's not like he's a guy that you're like, oh, fuck, he's performing well. He needs to be the ECW... he was ECW champ, but he's just boring.
No, he is boring. There's no two ways about it. Just not fun to watch.
But then again, who's not boring on ECW?
Give it to Stevie Richards. Anyway,
I'll show you. You'll see.
I'll give it a 2. You'll watch.
Yeah, 2 out of 10. I'm going to give it a... Ooh. I mean, it really wasn't great, was it?
No.
I'll give it a 3. 2.5 out of 10, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. ECW, pretty tough to watch. Extremely challenging watch.
Woo!